Hello everyone. Myself, Mahendra Naidu Somarouthu, Vice President, Head of Global Services, Middle East and Asia Pac. And today we'll be looking at or discussing about the topic of GRC during the pandemic times, right? And also the impact on the frontline users. So with the onset of the pandemic, the role of GRC has become more significant and it has become more pivotal to identify risks quite ahead in the game. And also with people working from their homes and in silos, I think the impact of the frontline users is also increased significantly. So to look at how this is being conducted, I'm inviting my guests. We have Lee Hogan, Head of Global Risk and Assurance at Dnata, and Amal Muralidharan, GRC platform owner from Dnata, to talk about and share their experiences of how they were successfully implemented during the time of pandemic, right? So Lee comes with a high extensive experience from risk management, and he has held senior leadership roles with various multinational organizations in oil and gas, rail and aviation sectors for the last 20 plus years. And Lee also has vast global experience, having worked in over 40 countries throughout the Middle East, Africa, Asia Pacific, Europe, and Americas. Welcome, Lee, to the session.
Thank you, Mahendra.
And we have Amal. Amal is a seasoned GRC professional with over a decade of experience and focus on areas like GRC program management and end-to-end project delivery management, especially in the areas of risk and compliance. At Dnata, Amal plays the role of a GRC platform owner and is responsible for the successful implementation of the platform across the organization. Welcome, Amal, to the session.
Thank you.
Yeah. So to start with, Lee, this is for you. What is the GRC vision at Dnata, right? So, and how significant is this, the GRC journey at Dnata?
Thank you, Mahendra. So the GRC vision for Dnata, over the past few years, we've worked to structure our GRC platform, known internally as Dnata Hub. So first and foremost, it meets our operational needs of all of our employees throughout the organization. And also focusing through simplification of our GRC platform for the end user. We've seen exponential uptake at all levels of the organization. And whilst also providing simplification, we've actually increased our focus on risk management, with increased focus on demonstrating the effectiveness of our risk control for our various processes that we have throughout Dnata globally. This ultimately ensuring that we maintain strong level of operational discipline and the ability to demonstrate that we do what we say we do through robust assurance.
Yeah, thanks, Lee, for that. And Amal, from a GRC perspective, right, and with the current pandemic on, what trends or changes do you see in your GRC implementation across in Dnata?
Digital adoption has taken a quantum leap across the world, right? Especially during this pandemic time. In Dnata also, team across the world has positively responded to our GRC strategies and significantly used this time to standardize all their processes. One of the highlights of our GRC implementation is the successful use of survey module, which as our global first level assurance activity. In the last 6 months alone, we have completed close to 10,000 first line assurance verification. This is supporting our control testing. This is eventually helping us to demonstrate effectiveness of our risk control. Ali, you want to add anything to this?
Yes, thank you, Amal. I think another example of the exponential growth that we've seen, particularly during the pandemic period, has also been the increased use of passive remote assurance activities enabled through the platform, largely due to the fact that we've not been able to travel to all of our global businesses internationally. And again, all of that being possible through our single connected GRC platform, Dnata Hub.
Yeah. Absolutely, Lee. I think travel has been a significant hit, and as you said, uh, it is pretty evident and eminent that how these things can be taken up, right? But one thing which I see in both of your responses is the mention about the exponential growth of your GRC uptake, right? So, Amal, maybe can you please provide us a few more examples on how this is achieved at Dnata?
Yeah. Especially over the last 10 months, we have seen an exponential growth and uptake on our use of GRC. I'll throw a few numbers actually. As I already told you, we have done close to 10,000 first line assurance verification. We also seen a 500% increase in the user accessing our system, all level of organization. We use this time to close to 100,000 odd attestation. We have more than 20,000 actions created in the system. All these are achieved primarily by focusing on user experience of our frontline users. To sum up, I believe innovation is no longer viewed as a luxury, especially for the survival of a GRC spectrum of things. We have to constantly innovate and work our way to simplify this concept.
GRC is no longer a luxury, right? It's has become very critical,
Yeah.
and innovation is a significant part of it. But yeah, I'm pretty much excited on the numbers which you have thrown. Those are quite huge numbers which we are talking about there. At the same time, Lee, with your vast experiences in risk management, we also see that you have a very interesting and simplified risk management methodology which you have implemented at Dnata. So maybe if you can share to our viewers what is that you have done different, right, at Dnata.
Yes, thank you, Mahendra. As you mentioned in the opening introduction, all of my career has been essentially focused on high-risk industries and all within the HSSEQ risk management field. So again, personally, I feel the key to effective risk management is the ability to systematically demonstrate the effectiveness of your risk controls. And that's essentially been one of our primary focuses here at Dnata with our GRC platform, Dnata Hub, where we have essentially systematically testing all of our various risk controls through robust first line, second line assurance activities. This again is aligned to similar approaches previously in other industries such as oil and gas, where we were rigorously testing all of our critical risk controls to ultimately demonstrate that we have a high degree of operational discipline, we do what we say we do, and we can effectively manage our key business risks. Again, due to us having a single connected GRC platform, Dnata Hub, our ability to actually do that on a global scale with all of our global businesses and systematically testing the risk controls for all of our global processes. Thank you.
Yeah. I think that's a very good use case, Lee, and thanks for sharing it. I think it will be quite useful for a lot of more of our customers who are actually looking for solutions in this area, right? And Amal, you spoke about innovation being critical, right? And it's a no surprise that Dnata is one of our largest consumers of our mobile application, our mobile platform at MetricStream. So, would like to know how critical is mobility to Dnata's safety culture?
Yeah. So as you know, every year billions of mobile application gets downloaded, right? Mobile application development is one of the key user expectation today. Our culture of interaction is also changing significantly. For example, I now see my 6-year-old daughter setting up Teams channel with her classmates, which means we cannot expect our employees, our customers, or partners to continue to use your manual, paper-driven, desktop-driven processes. So the future is mobility, no doubt about that. I also believe future is on your wearable devices, your IoT devices, and all other mobile connected smart devices. At Dnata, we successfully launched Dnata Hub mobile application almost a year back, targeting most of our front-end users for data collection and actively engage in our stock observation program. We have recorded close to 150,000 observation in the last 2 years. We are on the verge of also releasing an inspection task survey module in December. This will help our employees to respond to checklists in an offline and both online model. With introducing this Data Hub mobility, we are basically enabling our employees to have a handheld, on-the-go version of a safety app with the capability to streamline their daily management activities like stock observation and inspection. This is enabling all our people to actively present at the work area and at the same time perform your safety related tasks, and which will eventually help all our employees to have a safe work time. So that's what the objective of this. Do you want to add anything, Lee?
Yes, thank you, Amal. Again, I agree, absolutely agree with the words of Amal just there. Mobility is the expectation today. It's absolutely the expectation. And again, as I've mentioned so many of in our responses, we need to provide user-friendly solutions. And again, through mobility, ease of use, we will, and we have seen the exponential growth through all of our businesses. That's the expectation today. And again, this approach, it being similar in previous roles in oil and gas, whereby we used to utilize intrinsically safe tablets for testing all of the risk controls out there on the oil rig. Again, ease of use, but tremendously effective when focusing on to systematically test the effectiveness of our key risk controls.
Yeah. No, I think well said and well articulated, Amal and Lee. I think I want to thank both of you gentlemen for sharing your views and use cases, right? And it is quite educative and enriching. And I'm sure this will be a lot helpful for other customers who are actually looking for similar solutions, right? So I think I would thank you for on this and sharing your experiences on the usage and how it has helped your frontline users significantly, right? Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much.